I am like so contrasted. Like there are so many bright colors. You can see the blue in my glasses. How do I turn this filter off? Why does it look like a black and white movie now? Wait a minute. Is this how bad my camera is? It's so black and white. And then I have to... Okay, so I have to have these filter on. Otherwise, it looks like there's no color. Where's the thing? You guys can see everything. My room's a mess right now. Don't look at it. So I had an idea for a video, for a type of video. I haven't even made the fucking thing I need for it. I'm kind of dummy like that. Let me get the thing, though. I've not made a script for this, by the way. I'm just winging it. So this is IFI's official trading card binder. Can you guys hear the... Can you guys hear the fan? Can you guys hear this? I hope you guys can. Can't. I hope you guys can't hear it. Can you guys hear me? Am I being heard? Hello. This is Cheese. He's my baby. Anyway, IFI's official trading card binder. For those of you who are unaware, I'm currently working on the next scripted video, and it is related to this in some way. And I've done the script. I've redone the script. I've rewritten it like 3 times. I just need to actually like work on it. But in the meantime, I was thinking I could do this. This was a dumb little idea I had. So Idea Factory is the company that makes Neptunia, right? Idea Factory International is their US branch, and for some reason, they have a trading card line. If you purchase from their website, they always have a unique card every month. I don't have this month's card, but this is my collection of their cards so far. I have a lot. I have all of them up to date. That's the last page. I have all of them up until last month, and I thought it would be fun to make a tier list of the best looking cards from 2020 to 2021, because the line started in August of 2020 and there weren't that many cards, so I'll just move over 2021, and when 2022 ends, I'll do another tier list for all the 2022 cards. How does that sound? I don't care what you think, I'm doing it anyway. I need to make the tier list. I should, realistically, I should be getting more footage for my upcoming video. I'm not in the mood to do that right now, so I'm just doing this. So while I'm working on this, let me go ahead and give you like a brief explanation of what these are, a bit more detail about what they are. Idea Factory International has a online store where you are able to go and purchase merch and games. Within their store, if you do purchase anything, it could be for any price, doesn't matter the shipping or anything. If you purchase anything, they will put trading cards in your order for free. And sometimes they'll have like a huge stock of cards that they just didn't like give out. So like you might get more cards in your order from like previous months that they just have extra backlog on. I know IFI's European store does that, because I purchased the day 1 edition of some games from them, and they gave me a shit ton of cards for them. Cards from like months back. They just wanted to get rid of it. And of course, like, you'd have your monthly cards, but they would also have special cards that you would only be eligible for if you purchased a certain thing off their store. So like, if you purchased, like, mostly just video games, like, I don't think they did anything else for it. So like, if you purchased Super Neptunia RPG on any system, it would come with a special card. It was stuff like that. I think the trading card idea is cool. I think I've had the idea since like I started purchasing games from Limited Run. Having trading cards with your games, I think is really cool. But that doesn't mean that none of them are safe from my criticism. In my opinions, I will tear these apart. Some of these. Like, some of them actually look pretty cool. Some of these look like complete garbage. There's a couple of things I'm going to be looking into about how I tier some of these cards. For example, I'm going to be looking at the design itself. When did it come out? Did it tie into anything? Is the art reused? Shit like that. So for today's video, we're going to be going through card number 1 through card number 25, which is again from August of 2020 at the end of 2021. I'm going to try to be very careful with these cards because I don't want to damage them. There's like a handful of them that are already damaged. One of them was shipped to me damaged, and I tried to ask them if they could ship me a new one. Never got a reply back on that one, unfortunately. Probably because I think that was my fault, actually. I emailed Idea Factory Europe about it because I did purchase something from them recently, or at the time I did anyway, and I emailed their support email instead, and I told them I got it wrong shipment or whatever, and they got back to me like, we don't have an order that might have been from our international branch. I was like, oh shit, I'm sorry, I wasted your fucking time. And I think I just never emailed the correct email properly. I think I just let it go. It wasn't that big of a deal. I do hope that in some way they will like allow you to like purchase blind packs or whatever of the trading cards, so that like people who are like just now getting into it, want to collect the whole set or whatever, can have that opportunity. Because as it is right now, I don't know how much these are going for online, but I did look up one of these cards and it was $30. And it was number 2. I'll get to that when we get to the tier list. If you guys want, I will put the link to the tier maker in the description below if you guys want to make your own tier list. And like if you do end up making your own tier list, tag me on Twitter. Tag me on Twitter and show me. Don't tag me on the account that's on my tier maker account. That's my shitpost Twitter. Leave it alone. Alright, we have the tier list now. And I'm going to be starting with this one. So this is the 10th anniversary card. This is the one that started the line. It was released to celebrate the 10th anniversary of Neptunia, and it's a pretty well designed card, I have to say. I love the design of it. It has a shine on it. It's like one of the only cards with that shine on it. You can see it on the rainbow. It's nice. It's a nice card. I think it's pretty good. I think, and you can even see that wall scroll is the full art of it. So I think this is an S tier card, easy. You can't, there it is, S tier card, easy. Now number 2, this is the one I was talking about that's $30 on eBay right now. This one is L Strain's Gospel. This was a special card released for Death End Request 2. If you purchased Death End Request 2 in August, you would have received this card. I have 2 copies of this, and apparently eBay sells it for $30. This is $60. The only thing I'm upset about this card, like, it's nice art, don't get me wrong. This is nice art. It's the steelbook artwork. The reason why I have a problem with that is because the resolution on the card isn't the same as a box art. So you can kind of see, I'll show it on like on the side here, over there. There are red borders along the card, and that's because the full art couldn't fit on the card. And this isn't the first card that does this. There are other cards with borders. And I think that knocks it down a few points. So with that, I believe this would go in A tier. It's still nice art, but the border kind of ruins it. Number 3, this is the damaged one that I received. This is the one that, I guess it fixed itself when I put it in the binder, but it was bent. It was like severely bent when it arrived because it was in like a paper envelope or some shit. It was really bad. But it looks like it fixed itself up. This is A Princess Vow. It was released in October. I believe this was also around the same time Mary Skelter 2 was releasing. So it's Mary Skelter 2 art. I don't know where this art comes from. I don't think it's a box art or anything, so it gets points for that. It's not anything great, but it looks cool. And it's the only copy of the card I have. So with that, I think this is at least a B tier. It's not great. It came out with Mary Skelter 2. You didn't have to buy the game to get it, but it's cool. Number 4, I own 2 copies of this card. This is Daydream Dimension. It is just a picture of Orange Heart. If you have the limited edition of Neptunia V2, you've seen this art before. It's in the art book. So it's reused art, which is fine because I don't think this art was used for anything else. As far as I can tell, I think they used it for some merch. I think this was mainly promotional though. And it's nice art. I like Orange Heart, and I think this is very cute art. I think Now, this is just my opinion. Remember, I know you guys hate that, but I think this is an A tier. No, it's a B tier, actually. I would have put it in A because I just have a bias for orange art, but I think this is an A above Mary Skelter. Now, this was the last card released in 2020, Snow Day. This was to go along with a statue that they released. It is the same pose. The problem I have with this card is that it is just a PNG with a background. And I know that because they reuse this background for a later card. And because of that, I'm sorry, it is a cute, don't get me wrong, it is cute. I never said it wasn't cute. It is cute, but because it is just a PNG with a background, this is a C tier card. I don't know if we're going to get Ds. Maybe after we're done with all the cards, I'll reshuffle them all. The next card is the start of the 2021 line. This is New Game Start. Has a happy little new year text at the bottom, and it was, where is the thing, the signature? Right there, Sunako artwork. Which, Sunako artwork is always nice. It's always nice to see her art here. And I don't think this was made for the card. This was used for their Twitter banner, if I remember correctly, for that year. I think they used some merch for it as well. But I don't think that knocks any points off because it is still nice art. And they treat it like it was like a special thing because it was the new year. It was 2021. So with that, I think this is another S tier card. Still below the first one, but I believe it is an S tier card. This next one is a February card. The Last Snow Day. Look familiar? It is just a different PNG with the same background as number 5. C tier. I think both of them should be in D tier because of just being lazy, but I'll see how I feel as we go. This next one is one of the rare ones I only have one copy of. This is, what's it called? Ready Commander? Can I even show this on YouTube? I'm going to have to put a big censor bar on that one, I think. But this was a special card. If you purchased, what was it? Azura Lane Crosswave for Nintendo Switch, you would have received this card. I haven't mentioned this yet, but all the cards you might have noticed, if I put the PNGs over here, they all have quotes at the bottom right of the card right here. Yeah, bottom right. And it says, "Do you wish to do this or that with me?" Okay, I may own Azura Lane Crosswave. I may have played it for like 10 minutes. I've played a little bit of the mobile game. I don't know too much about Azura Lane. I don't know what this character is or what she wants to do with me, and I'm scared. Other than that, though, it's nice art. So with that being said, I think this goes in B tier, at least. This next one is a standard card for March. Sakura Noire. This one's weird, and I don't know why. And I noticed it almost immediately when I received it. The date and the card number is bold. It's in bold letters where everything else isn't. I don't know why. It's not knocking off points. It's probably just an error that they forgot about. But it is weird to note that. Anyway, I've never seen this art before. I don't know if this is art they use just for the card. But it's new art, and honestly, it's nice. I'm not a huge fan of Noir, but this is okay. And I think because of that, I'm going to put it on top of B. High B tier. Alright, this next card I have a vendetta against. I'm sorry. We are at number 10. This is a special March card. If you purchase Neptunia Virtual Stars, you would have received this card. Now, what's the problem with this card? Where the fuck does this art come from? I can tell you right now, it probably isn't in Neptunia Virtual Stars. And if it is related to Neptunia Virtual Stars, when and where is this in the art book? I have the art book. Should I look in the art book? Do I have access to the art book? I have like all my limited edition boxes up on the high shelf in the closet. I don't know if I would have easy access to the Virtual Stars limited box, but regardless, I would have thought like if you were going to make a special promotional card for Neptunia Virtual Stars, it even says Neptunia Virtual Stars on the corner right here. If you're going to make a special... I didn't even say the title of the thing. It's Idol at the Beach. If you're going to make a special card, why not, like, use the designs that are on, like, Neptunia Virtual Stars? Like, not use their new designs, or at least put a VTuber on this. It's just Neptune in a bikini. It's nice art, don't get me wrong, but, like, for Virtual Stars, to put into perspective, the Day 1 edition of Neptunia Virtual Stars was just something only in Europe. You can only get that in the European store. They have trading cards that come with the Day 1 edition, and they all use the special designs, and they even put the VTubers on here. So it's not like they couldn't do it, because clearly they could. So why didn't they do it with this? It's a missed opportunity. It's a nice card, it's nice art, but this is a missed opportunity. Back on the number 10, Idol at the Beach. I think purely because it was a missed opportunity, this is a low B tier. And that's taking into consideration everything else about the card, not just the design itself. The design itself is like a high B, but actually no, I changed my mind. This is a high C because of the missed opportunity. That's what I'm going to give it. That's how much I hate that card. Next up is the April 2021 card, CPU candidate number 1. It is just a PNG of Netgear with some cute little enemies on the back. Got a Dogu, you got Horse Bird, Bird Horse, and Tulip. The quote says we're going to be together forever. That's just adorable. As much as I think this is cute, it's not. I still think it's kind of lazy. It's just this might be original art. I don't know. I've never seen this art before, so maybe it gets points for that. I do have 2 of these cards. I own 2 of a lot of cards. But anyway, I think this probably goes in mid B. Right? Yeah, I think it goes mid B. Because it's cute. It has at least a unique background compared to these ones that share a background. If 5... And which number is that? 5 and 7, if they didn't share a background, if they had unique backgrounds, they wouldn't be in C. I'm telling you that right now. This next one is this Unruly Fate, another Death End Request card. I believe you had to have purchased Death End Request on Nintendo Switch to be eligible for this card. I believe I'm right on that. I'm going to double check my sources. Yeah, okay. You had to have purchased Death End Request on Switch to receive this card. I own 2 of these. I own 1 copy of it. The reason why that is because of the thing I mentioned earlier. Idea Factory Europe tends to just put their extra cards in packages just to get rid of them because they have a huge backlog of it. So that's probably why I own 2 of these. I also forgot to mention about the last card. They updated the back. It's now a artwork that they made for the 10th anniversary. So it's not the stock Twitter icon. Anyway, back to this card. It's nice. This is nice artwork. Yeah, I need to put sensor bars on this one, but it's nice. And it's shiny. Look at that. It shines. Where was that angle that shine? There it is. There's that shine. There's that shine. Look at that. Nice shine. I think I might just have a bias for Death End Request because I think this is better than 2. I think this is a good place to put it, in my honest opinion. Next up is a standard May card, number 13, in Unwinnable Situation. If you played Rebirth 3, you know where this art's from. It is straight from the game. And I'm willing to forgive this because this is very nice art of Iris Heart. And the original artwork itself is like in a portrait format, so it could fit the card. It's still reused art, but it's nice. Like, this looks very nice on a card. And I think because it's Iris Heart and because it's such a cool art, it's not bad that they reused it. And I think it works. So I think it's low A. I like it more than this, but it's still reused art. Actually, I'm putting it above 2 because 2 still has a border. So yeah, I think it fits there. It like goes against a lot of what the rules I put in or what I'm looking for. I don't care, it's still nice art. This one I won't be so lenient on. This is Planeptune Power. This is the June card. This is also reused art. In fact, this is the most used art of Neptune and Purple Heart, I believe. It is just the artwork from them in Rebirth 1. And it's not like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just, why? I mean, it's still nice art. There's nothing wrong with this art. It's just boring. We've seen these two PNGs of Neptune and Purple Heart a lot. They used it in a lot of merch and a lot of promotion. It's kind of overused. So because of that, low B. Nope, low B. Low B tier. This next one I am also going to tear apart. Noir's Boudoir, whatever that word is. I believe this is art that's in the art book of Hyper Devotion Noir. I might be wrong, but I believe this is reused art. I can't not remember where I last saw this, but I believe I've seen it before. And it does not fit the card. You can tell because of the borders outside of the card. I would have forgiven this if the borders matched the background. They do not. In fact, you can see it cut off the rest of the art. Oh wait, this was to promote Neptunia Reverse? Oh, this is a special card. I forgot. This came with Neptunia Reverse. Oh, that just makes this card even worse. D. I was going to put it in C. This card sucks. The next card is a July card. Number 16. IFI Summer Event. It is just the goddesses with kimonos lighting some sparklers, and it is a very wholesome art. It is reused art because they use this in a lot of merchandise around the same time, so they might have made it for the card and then just reused it for merch, or the other way around. Either way, it is still nice art. I think it is a easy A tier. Now this next one is the August card. It is My Bigger Self. It is just Big Neptune taking her shirt off. Yeah, no, it's nice. It's nice art. I'm not gonna walk around that one. It's nice. I'm gonna give it a high B. I think I've seen that art before though. I think that's another reason why I'm putting in B. I think I've seen it before. Now the next one is number 18, another August card. This came out with Dragonstar Varnir. If you bought the Switch version, you would have received this card. A Sweet Tale is what it's called, and it's not anything great, but it's original art. You can see Sunako's signature right there. She made this specifically for the card, I believe, and I've never seen this anywhere else. It might be in the art book, I don't know, but it's nice. It's nice. That's all I can say about it. It is nice. I think it is low A. No, I'm putting it above. I'm putting it above number 2 at every chance I get because of the borders. Number 19, a September card, is a Mary Skelter finale card, Nurse's Orders. I might have to censor this one too. It is, oh wait, no I don't. I thought this was way more lewd. I am positive this is reused art though. I think they used this for merch. I might be wrong, but I also believe it's in the game, which isn't bad. I did put Iris Heart very high up. And this is nice art too. I'm just a little conflicted about it. It might also be in the art book, I don't know. I am conflicted about it though. I think I'm going to put it above Mary Skelter but below Nepgear. Right? Again, I might re-tier all of this. This next one is a special card, if I can get it out of the binder. This is just Beachy. I believe this is a special card that you had to purchase Mary Skelter Finale for Nintendo Switch to receive this card. It was Nintendo Switch and PS4, so either copy of Mary Skelter Finale you bought, you would have received this. And, it's okay. Like, I believe this is, something probably in the art book, maybe not in the game, or probably in the game, I don't know. I still haven't played through it. I still haven't even gone through that whole series yet, so I'm a little slow on it, but I mean, boobies, am I right? With that being said, I think I'm gonna put this. Okay, I'm gonna reorganize some cards. I think Orange Heart still deserves top of B. I'm gonna put this one below Sakura Noire. I don't know why. It just feels like it goes there. For me, anyway. Many of you might have differing opinions. Now, these next two cards I'm going to show side by side because I feel like it would be wrong to not show them side by side. This is Honeypa Shinobi and Compa style what? Ninjas. Compa style ninjas. They go together. These are cards meant to finish a full art. Now, the reason why they do that is because this is art from the game. You literally see this at the very beginning of Ninja Wars. This is a creative way to do it. The only problem I have with it is that the Neptune one was a standard card. This one was a special card. So, hypothetical situation: if you purchased something in October and it wasn't the game, it wasn't Ninja Wars the game, you would not have received this card. Instead, you would have received this card. If you purchased the game, you would have gotten both cards. But if you didn't purchase the game, you would be left out of this and just have this. And I think by themselves they suck, right? It's still nice art, don't get me wrong, but by themselves they suck because it's supposed to complete a full image, right? I think together they're S tier cards, even though they're reused art and you see them in the games. It's still nice. It's still cool that they did this. By themselves, if they didn't complete an image, if they were just by themselves, they would be B tier cards. But I think because of that, because of the thing that makes it look like complete, it's an S tier. If you don't agree, talk about it in the comments. I don't care. Next up is November number 23, A Time to Feast. This one's like really damaged. Do you see that? What the hell? It is like super bent. What happened there? I'm a little upset about that, but this is a really cool card because it is the first card to feature Fairy Fencer F characters. And it is a couple of Fairy Fencer characters with Noire, Blonde, and Vert. I'm sorry, I cannot remember the name of any of these characters, any of the Fairy Fencer characters. I've played through the game once. But no, that's cool. I think this is cool. The only problem I have with it is I believe this is reused. I believe they had some promotional art that had the Neptune characters and Fairy Fencer F characters all in one place. And I believe this is it just rearranged. And it's, again, not bad. It's not a bad card. I sound like a broken record. But I think it goes right here. I think it goes there. Now this next one I don't really have that much of a connection to, but number 24, Suited for Love. You would have received this card if you purchased, what's it called? Cupid Paradise. And it is just artwork of all the guys together. It's kind of boring. I mean, it's still cool to have a tangible thing, right? But compared to all the other cards we've seen, this is just a PNG of the guys. And it's something that I'm not that into. It's an Atome game. My girlfriend has the game right now. She's playing through it. Oh, but this card does do something unique compared to every other card. It has a unique symbol at the center middle of the card. I do not know what that symbol means, but it has a symbol there. And no other card does that. But that doesn't give it points. I think this is probably... I'm going to give it a high C above everything else. I just think it's boring. It's not interesting. And the last card of 2021 is Cozy Kotatsu. This is another reused art. They use this in a bunch of merch at the end of the year. They used it in a mug. I think they used it in a blanket. I think they used it in a wall scroll just like that one. And you can tell this one has borders. And it sucks because this is nice art. Like, it looks cool. But it has borders that make it look ugly. If it wasn't for the borders, it would have been a very nice art. But I think it goes above the reverse card, because that reverse card, it just makes me angry. And that is all of the cards released in 2020 and 2021. I think I might update this tier list at the end of this year, and we can do this again. I think right now we should start reorganizing some of this, because I think I have, now that I'm looking at all of them right here, I think I have a differing opinion about all of this. I think I'm putting this one, number 2, I think I'm putting it a high B, because here's the thing. Even though it has borders, they're not really that noticeable. They're not noticeable borders like these two. So I think that saves it. The border looks like it's part of the art, right? That's why I think it's saved. I think I'm going to move this one even lower. I just don't like how it's like art we've always seen. We always see art of those two. This might just be my own bias, but I want to put orange art up here. I just want to sit her right there. I'm going to move this down here. Actually, I'm going to put the Sakura Noire one here. Yeah. I think I am done. I think this is my tier list so far of all the IF cards from 2020 and 2021. Again, if you guys want to make your own tier list, I will put the link in the description. Go ahead and tweet at me about what you make your tier list about. And when the end of 2022 comes around, I will update this tier list to add the new cards, and we will do this again. So if you guys enjoyed this, you know what to do. Hit all the buttons that support me, subscribe, like, all of it. And I'll see you guys in the next one.